What's going on, YouTube? My name is Tyler Dividend. Welcome back to another video. And before I begin, not getting financial advice, it's all my personal opinions. But I've changed my plan. I was going through back and forth. When you're investing, your strategy changes, and you navigate what should you do, what's your goal. And when I first started dividend investing, I think I did it like 6 years ago. I did what COVID hit. I put it that way. My first goal, and I was doing like the monthly stocks like Main Capital and Horizon and AR, and I was heavy ORC. I was heavy into those AGNC. I was heavy into those stocks that pay dividends monthly. Never bought any quarterly stocks, still to this day. But when I was buying these stocks, I was like, oh man, I make $10. I mean, I could make some passive income with this. And when I first started the channel, my first couple of videos, I said, look, if I could just make $500 a month, passive income, that's wonderful for me, for us, my family, because that pays a few bills. It pays the internet, it pays our cell phone, and our water bill every month. It pays 3 bills. It pays a few household bills. So if anything would happen to my job, or I was a cut or whatever, I have money coming in that I have to go work for, right? And then these high yield ETFs came out and totally changed the game. So now, that was my goal 6 years ago when I first started this YouTube channel. It was $500 a month. Now I'm crushing that easy. I think Snowball a little off. Snowball said in June I made $1,350. I think it's more like $1,450 or $1,500. But that's usually on the lower end. But now I'm making 3 times that amount. So what's my new goal? My new goal with this higher ETF, here's my plan, and maybe people can like comment below, like good idea, bad idea. I feel like with the higher ETFs, right, you're gonna need to hit your goal. Number one, what is your goal? How much do you want to make per month, right? Now, for me, I want to hit $10,000 a month, 10K a month. That's what I want. The reason I want 10K a month is because with $10,000 a month, let's put it this way. With the high yield stuff, even hit 10K, if you look at my dividends here, it's never consistent. It could be $1,500, $1,900, even $1,900. It could be $2,000. It could be $19,000, it could be $15,000. So that $10,000 for me, number one, I can get paid $8,000, $8,500, $7,000, $800. That's still decent money, right? That's still $7,000 a month. So if I hit 10K, now if I really want to hit 10K, I'll have to do like $14,000 a month. That way I'm pretty much going to get $10,000 on the lower end. If dividends run low or the market's down, you get less premium. So my goal is to hit 10K, right? Really, if I hit 10K, I could probably, realistically, it's only hit like 7,000, which is still fine. That still pays the mortgages, it pays household bills, it buys groceries, etc. So that's perfect for what I want to get to. So Snowball is saying that I can hit that number and achievable in 4 years, right? So I seen that. I'm like, okay, I want to hit 10K a month. Right now, it's like July 8th, 2026. I'm taking $500 out of my brokerage account and putting towards our mortgage payment, a personal payment on the house. I might do a video about that. I might not, but I don't know. But right now I'm doing that every single month. I'm taking out $125 a week, which is $500 a month towards our principal payments. So my wife's paying on it, I'm paying on it, and Dividend's paying on it. I'm doing a few side hustles to her paying. We should be done with the house this year. We should be done. Going to August this year, 2026, we should be at 9,700. With the math of this month, and with August coming up, I paid mortgage for August, so when August comes up, we're sending at $500. I'm sending money. My wife's sending money, and I do a mortgage payment. A lot of that. So $9,700 going to August. By September, we should be at $7,500, $7,400. So I'm thinking about taking a loan on my 401k to pay it off because, I'm gonna do a video about that too. That 401k loan, the mortgage, and people's thoughts are. But my thought process is, if I get down to $5,000 or $6,000 on the house, I'd rather take a 401k loan and pay it off because I'm paying a mortgage payment plus extra on the principal. My wife paying on the principal every week, and I'm taking a lot of my distributions to pay on the house. So the sooner as the house paid off, the distributions could be reinvested back into my portfolio, and also gaining that $10K a month faster. It's going to go really slow if I'm pulling distributions out every week. It'll go much faster if the house is paid off, and I can take that $500 a month, put it back into it. But I'm not trying to go down that way. I'll do another video about that, and people comment about it. But my goal is to make $10,000 a month. After that goal is hit, my plan is to, I will still buy high yield, but I'm gonna still buy more defensive ETFs. Like, it won't be no more single stock tickers. It will be more like a SDTY, something like that. Something from YieldMax, something from Round Hill that does cover call on a whole index, right? I think that's less riskier than a single stock ETF or even a basket of ETFs, of stocks. It's less riskier, and it's kind of a little more, I guess, defense because the yield is not as high. Some yields are like, 23. I can go with a KLDY from Curve. It's like that version of Alti. I might go with something like that to preserve some capital. I can start buying that SDYT, maybe QDTE of a, it's not, the yield not super high, but it's on a whole index, and my capital was more preserved that way. So that's the plan going forward, is that once I hit my $10,000 a month, start buying less yield ETFs. Now, I'm not a fan of the monthly payers. I mean, a lot of people love NEOS and SPY and QQI, and they're fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Me personally, I love to get paid every week. I love that dividend comes in every week and it gets reinvested and buys more shares automatically. Because with a weekly payer, I get paid 52 times a year. With a monthly, you get paid 12. So again, it would take you 2 years, 24 payments. It will take you longer than that, 3 years to get 1 year of a weekly fund. So I'd rather get a weekly fund like a TDAX, TDAX, a TDAX, T from a Top Alpha, something like that, with the yield is like 20% or 22%, something not as high. Again, 23% yield is high. I mean, before these high yields came out, 20% yield is extremely high, but now today's time is low. But I'm gonna start filling money into those type ETFs, SDYT, QDTE, K yields, KI, KYD, KYDL, less riskier ETFs, no more single stocks, be more broad based. It'd be more, in my portfolio here, it would be more like a basket of ETFs, a basket of stocks, right? And do cover calls on that, not the yield, not 60%, the yield be 25%. I'm with that. As long as it pays weekly, I'm fine with it. I love weekly funds. When I was doing monthlies and didn't have no weeklies until QDD came out, as I told people before, that I was buying monthlies. Lembo UMAX was monthly, and Defiance was monthly, and you know what I'm saying. And then so I did I want to pay weekly then. So I did Defiance the first week, UMAX second week, Curve was third week, and Clip. Y'all remember Clip? that I got Clip in my retirement account, but Clip paid the 4th week, so I made sure that I get a payment every week, even when I did monthly. So if I do a monthly fund, I have to pick 4 monthlies and to pay every day of the month of the week. So I might always get a weekly fund and do it like that. You know, I lower yield, less risk on an index ETF that pays weekly. I'd rather have that in my portfolio so I know when it compounds and I could buy a lot of shares really quickly and stuff like that. So my goal is to make $10,000 a month, and I'm doing that by a few ways. Now, I'm not gonna just do it. I'm gonna tell you how I'm gonna do it. Once the house paid off, I'm gonna have a lot of cash flow, a lot of cash freed up, so I could probably dump easily $400 to $500 a month of my own paycheck money into the portfolio. Number one. Number two, every ETF that it pays me gets reinvested back into the fund or put back into the portfolio, right? That's number two. That's the biggest part, because I'm making $1,500 to $1,800. That money could be right back into the portfolio, buying more shares, and it also lower my cost basis as well. Tax return money. This year, I dumped like $500 in my principal payment on our mortgage. Well, but by next year, when we file taxes in March or April, there's no mortgage to pay. So I can put a lot more in my brokerage account and my retirement. But I could dump $500 in my brokerage account. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna really help as well. And living with another mortgage payment. You know, those months, I think 2 months of the year, you get paid 3 times. Another way to, you know, put more money into the brokerage. So that's the steps I'm gonna take to get to my goal of 10K. And once I hit 10K, I want to buy lesser yield ETFs, because those ETFs with lesser yield are more consistent. You know, with Yield Max, you never know what you're going to get. Even with KLDY, they always pay 10 cents a week. So I know 10 cents a week is what I'm going to get. You know, so I know I'm going to get that. But with anything else, you don't know. So it'd be more broad-based, it'd be more index-based ETFs that pay weekly. That's just me. So that's the end of my video. That's my game plan going forward. 10K a month is my game plan going forward. I'm going to go there. I got steps to do it with reinvested dividends, put more money to my paycheck to it, doing a side hustle, put more money into that. Tax returns come up next year. I'm not putting towards the principal no more. There's a principal to pay, so more money will go towards the brokerage account. And the simple fact that if I do $400 a month, plus if I make $1,800 a month, that's $2,200 to go into the portfolio. And that's going to really just turn out more shares, right? So I'm just pounding away at this mortgage payment, trying to pay it off. And once I hit this goal with 10K or $9,500, then we can start. Everything still be on drip, but man, I might drip half, and the other drip of the 4,000, 5,000, 3,000, I'll put it to like a TDAC or a T-SPY. You know, it pays monthly, but that's the only one I really do like that is decent. That's not a bad price, but I go to KLDY, throw money in that and pay every Thursday, or SDTY, the whole index. That's my game plan going forward with these ETFs. That's the end of my video. Let me know in the comments below. I might do more into the mortgage payment thing. My plans are, what's my goals? I think about this thing every day. Every day I think about what's the best way of doing the money. And once it's paid off, what's the game plan going forward? What's my goal? How am I gonna get there? And when I get there, what's the next step? I don't want to be wasting time. As soon as the house is paid off, as soon as the chain hits zero, everything's gonna drip. No more taking money out. We're putting money in, and we're going from there. Thanks for watching.